Look at that. Ain't that a beauty? Nice sun down. I almost said sun up. Hey y'all, Pizza Pasta Nega here. Coming at you live with a different type of intro. As you can see, I'm coming to you live from my back door. Currently taking trusty Dusty Daisy out for a bathroom break. And hey y'all. Yeah. You guys like sunsets? There you go. Like that particular cloud right there. Alright, now we can get on with this video, because what you just saw was me outside filming the sunset for some god reason, was because I just wanted to film that. And when I filmed that, I had no idea what I was filming for. But then I thought about it. Then I thought, hey, I could do my thoughts on episode 13? This is episode 13, correct? This is episode 13, everything else part something. I want to say part 5. Or part 4. I don't think it's part 4. Anyway, let's get on with the actual vid. To kick off today's fabulous episode, we are going to be talking about stuff I haven't gotten to yet. Like for our first topic, we have Easter eggs in games/movies. What a weird topic. We've talked about some weird stuff on this series, ladies and gentlemen. We've talked about Rainbow Doritos, Sandbox, Szechuan sauce, ear rape, public restrooms, surge, fandoms, hoverboards, you name it. We've talked about everything. But Easter eggs in games and movies, the fuck does that even mean? Today we're going to talk about an Easter, like, in GTA Vice City, if you're on, like, a top of a building and you jump to a certain part of another building, you go through the wall and you enter this mysterious room with an egg sitting in the very middle that says, this is an Easter egg, or some shit. Or maybe in GTA 3, if you go in a place you cannot get in the normal game without, I'm pretty sure, hacking or some shit, there's something on the wall that says, you shouldn't be here, you know, ? Or maybe in GTA San Andreas, how Kurt Cobain is one of the NPCs. I don't know if that's an Easter egg, but there's Easter eggs in fucking literally I'm probably an Easter egg to something. This guy from The Crude's New Age in theaters Thanksgiving 2020. This guy's probably a reference to something. He's voiced by Ryan Reynolds, who is in Free Guy, which is a movie about video games, which is heavily inspired by GTA, which was originally called like Road Rage or fuck, which is, oh god damn it, you get the point. Goddamn, cross that off. We're going to talk about 10 topics today. So, next up is TV shows. My thoughts on TV shows. You know, the things that's been around since like the 1950s. Yeah, those things. I think I was high when I wrote most of these topics. No wonder no one liked the series. No wonder no one liked my thoughts on. Huh. But I digress. once we finish this page that I'm still currently on, the series is over with. The series is done. Unless, like, some people say, you should keep my thoughts on going. As very occasionally as it happens, you should still do episodes about it. Yeah, TV shows. The fuck do I say about TV? There's TV shows of... You think of anything? There's a TV show of it. Even though TV shows are kind of... TV in general is kind of dying. Since everyone's moving to streaming services, except me, because I don't have anything, because my parents won't pay for it. We'd rather use Plex. Oh, you haven't heard of Plex? That's because no one uses it. It's a dog shit thing. But you can add literally anything. You can add anything you ever want. You can add any movie ever made. You can add any TV shows ever made. You can add anything to it. No, we don't have Disney Plus or HBO Max. I used to have Hulu like 2 years ago, but that ended due to legit dumbest reason in the entire galaxy. I used to have Hulu, except it wasn't mine. It was Jonathan's. He added an account. He made an account strictly for me, and he got rid of it because every time I used the app, it said for him. There was a new login from, I think it was Illinois or something. Yeah, I still technically have Amazon Prime, but I just never use it. I've had this phone for like 10 months now, and I still have yet to actually use Amazon Prime. Because no one uses Amazon Prime. It's full of garbage. Unlike the actual good stuff, which we won't pay for, like HBO Max and Disney Plus. I kind of want HBO Max strictly for Curb Your Enthusiasm now, because I've been watching a shit ton of Curb Your Enthusiasm clips recently. And since a new season's coming out like tomorrow, I won't be able to watch it. I'll have to watch clips of it. You rotten asshole. That's my thoughts on TV shows. How the whole world works. Next up is Black Friday. My thoughts on Black Friday. You know, the thing that's like after Thanksgiving. Basically, literally the second it hits, the second it hits the day after Thanksgiving, it's Christmas season. Actually, no, technically, for some, it's after Halloween. Or hell, before Halloween. There's some places that are already selling Christmas stuff. Like my local JCPenney's. They're selling Christmas stuff already. And as of today's date, it's October 23rd. At least I think it's the 23rd. Yeah, it's the 23rd. Excuse me. Okay. Black Friday, you know, everything goes on sale. You could buy a game for like $15. You could buy a game, retails for $60, but you buy it for $15. What am I doing? This sucks. I'm talking about literally the worst topics known to man. Black Friday, cool. That's my thoughts on it. What's next? Oh, Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you YouTube Rewind 2017. Why didn't I do this when it came out? Why didn't I do YouTube Rewind 2017 when that came out? I don't even remember the 2017 YouTube Rewind. 2018 was the memed one. It's like the worst thing ever. 2019 was even worse because they just completely ditched it and made it like a top 10. And then they didn't even do one last year because it's just received so horribly. But isn't that the point? We hate on YouTube Rewind because it's awful, but that's a good thing. Because we come together and we celebrate the things that none of us knew even happened this year with the creators we forgot all about. Take someone that was popular in 2016, put them in there. They'll probably irrelevant as fuck. That's a rice gum word. But don't worry. There's clearly other things we can use to reflect on the year. Can you believe it is like 2 more months in this 2021 year? Can you believe that? It still feels like 2020, to be honest with you. Now 2022, now that's when the shit goes down. I already have an idea for my 5-year anniversary video. Can you believe next July will be 5 years I've been doing this YouTube thing? 5 years is a long time, man. 5 years ago, I was a completely different person. I've talked about this 10,000 times, but it's true. I was completely different 5 years ago. But anyway, YouTube Rewind 2017, it was pretty mediocre. That's my thoughts. Next up is Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network. How the mighty have fallen. Because not only does Cartoon Network air like the same 5 shows all damn day, they have 3 blocks. Like from the morning till like 1 p.m. they air this thing called Cartoonito. Or Cartoonito. Cartoonito. It's aimed for babies. It's aimed for children. What do I recall seeing from the advertisements? There's this new Thomas show I have yet to see. It's called like All Engines Go, I think. So that's sad to see where the Thomas franchise went. Still aiming towards literal babies. No, not even babies, because the other stuff, even I'll give the CGI one, the early days of the CGI one, it was fine. It was okay. Hero on the Rails is 2009 direct to DVD film. I enjoyed that because 2009 I was like 5 years old. I'll give it that. I'll give the CGI up until 2012. Anything past that, I've never seen and I don't care. But the olden days of Thomas, back when it was great, back when it used stop motion, I think it's stop motion. I wouldn't call it stop motion, but that was Thomas in its prime. That's when you should, hell, even if you're not a child, you should at least watch an episode or 2. Because I'm pretty sure some of the narrators were, one of the narrators I believe was one of the Beatles, I think. I don't know who it was. I think it was one of the Beatles. Another one was George Carlin. He's a stand-up comedian who was pretty notorious for being pretty funny. And then in the early 2000s, Alec Baldwin, he narrated it, which he's also in the news recently for accidentally killing someone and severely injuring someone with a prop gun. Apparently he was on set for his new movie called Rust, which, thank God they're making a Rust movie. As if the game wasn't popular enough, they're finally making a movie of it. I don't get that. Like, how do you make Rust into a movie? I don't understand. But besides that, yeah, Alec Baldwin hosted, because in 2000 it got a theatrical film, Thomas and the Magic Railroad, which it was interesting. I remember watching it and it was weird because Thomas itself was based on something called, it was like something station. Or I'm not going into Thomas's whole history, but yeah, Thomas, I'm going to say Thomas, most OG fans will say Thomas died as soon as it went into CG, but I'll say Thomas in 2012, or hell, 2011, or 12, or 10. 2010 to 2012 was when I was last into Thomas. But now, seeing this Thomas as like a miniature child baby, it kind of hurts. It does hurt. It really does hurt. But if I have a kid, I'm probably gonna literally force them to watch Thomas. So that's me. But this isn't about Thomas. This is about Cartoon Network. I just spent the last 2 minutes talking about Thomas. Cartoon Network Cartoon Network nowadays is kind of shit. Not gonna lie. What do they constantly air Teen Titans Go, and Gumball. What else do they air? They air other stuff. What else do they air? Total Drama Rama, Victor and Valentino, Craig of the Creek. Is that it? That's bad. When I can only think of 5 shows that your network airs, that's bad. Even then, do they air more stuff? Well, if they do, they'd never premiere it on their actual TV station. They always premiere it on like HBO Max or something. Like they had Infinity Train. I hear that was pretty nice, but they canceled that because they're loony. No, I've seen it. Oh, really? I've seen the support for it. Because there's this account I follow on Instagram. He's like, Let's Talk Cartoons. He's basically like a cartoon news guy. Man, does he not shut up about LGBTQ representation in cartoons. And there's some parts in me where I'm like, this is too much. I'm thinking about unfollowing strictly because of that. But that's all like he talks about the Owl House and how there's gay characters in that. It's great. If you have a gay character in a cartoon, that is fantastic. If you're a fan of them, that's even better. You're giving them love, you're giving them support. It's like Jonathan giving Makoto Nijima his love and affection for becoming a simp to her. That's great. I just don't want to see this particular gay Owl House character every single damn day of my entire life. Because, me personally, I don't give a shit. I could give 2 assholes. I could give a cat. I don't care. Thog. If I have to bring out the word thog, you know, I do not care. 100%, 101%. Thank you for your time. I had to get that out. You can have gay characters. Just don't shove it in people's faces. Got that? Great. But besides that, what are other shows from Cartoon Network that have ended? Gumball ended in 2019. I'm pretty sure We Bare Bears ended like early last year. And like sometime around, I think it was sometime also last year, they got a movie, which was the actual series finale. Which I hear We Bare Bears was kind of underrated, in my opinion. Now, they're making a spinoff called We Baby Bears, I think it's called. It's going to be on Cartoonito, of course. And I hear it's going to take like an anime style. Like what? What? I mean, yeah, there were some instances in the original show, like Panda. He had a body pillow, for Pete's sake. But I mean, it's about as weird as saying Disney is making animes, which is real. Disney themselves are making like 3 animes. I'm pretty sure. Have you seen the new Star Wars anime? Where it's like every episode, I think it's like a different art style. I think. That might be completely wrong. Probably. I don't know. But yeah, that's Cartoon Network nowadays is kind of garbage. But who knows? It might get better. It might not. Next up is Byte, or I should say Vine 2 After App. Because if you remember way long ago, in my thoughts on episode 4, I did Vine 2 before app. Because at the time, they had announced Vine 2. You know, the sequel to the hit cult classic Vine. Everyone remembers Vine. Sure, 95% of it was complete cancer garbage, but everyone remembers Vine. Just the newest Vine that was brought back from the dead to be a so hilariously funny meme was, oh no, our table, it broken. Oh, it's so funny, guys. Laugh with me. Ha! It's hilarious, I know. They're making beats out of it. They're making Roblox funnies out of it. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. But turns out it was I don't know I don't know whatever happened to it. So I just put Byte. That Byte. You know Byte? The app no one uses? Yeah, Byte. It's basically is Byte even supported anymore? I literally have not heard of Byte in like 10,000 years. I don't have any thoughts on it. And that is my thoughts on that. I think we're like halfway done. Yeah, we have 4 more. And I'll just say this. These next 4 are pretty interesting, I'll say that. Next up is Christmas. Who doesn't like Christmas? If you don't like Christmas, you're either Jewish. I'm not going to say what I just thought of because that is so awful. I'm not saying that. You're either Jewish, something else, or you don't celebrate Christmas. Christmas is like the best time of year. Literally everyone on the planet has probably said that at some point, but it really is. Christmas, you literally December 1st through the 24th, it's strictly Christmas in this household. And many others too. Like Hallmark movies, oh, those are the best. My mom watches them 24/7. Come like November 30th. That's all. Come the day after Thanksgiving, strictly Christmas movies in the living room. Am I right or am I right? Who can relate? But yeah. Then come the notorious December 25th. You open up the gifts. You look at the stocking. If you have other traditions, list them here. Whatever you do on Christmas, you do. Then you got Christmas dinner, and then before that you got Christmas Eve, which if some people do this, you might open 1 or 2 early gifts. Or hell, maybe you spend your Christmas vacationing in like a warm place. Maybe you go see family that you don't see quite often, which we do like a few days before. That's how I got Death Stranding, actually. I got that from in Kansas City. We were celebrating with my uncle and his family on my mom's side. So Christmas is great. That's my thoughts on that. Next up is reality TV shows. You know, everything MTV airs, that. Like Jersey Shore. Who doesn't love Jersey Shore? Jersey Shore is great. Or Real Housewives. That's reality. Anything TLC airs, maybe. You know, like the TLC. You know, they air Hoarders, that show with the two fat sisters, one of them said, I drink Pepsi and Diet Pepsi, so it like cancels each other out. Which is, that's smart thinking in my book. Why did I put reality TV shows? I don't watch shit. I don't watch reality TV shows. God damn, I'm stupid. That's the end of that. Oh, this next topic is a doozy. A real doozy, I'll say. Because this next topic is thoughts. Yeah. Instead of my thoughts on, it's my thoughts on. Thoughts as in, you know, thought. It's fucking thoughts. What do I even say? Oh, thoughts, they're fabulous. They'll suck your dick for a nickel and a half. A nickel and a half bag of chips. They'll eat hot Cheetos at 7:30 a.m. They're 85% Latina. They have braided hair. They wear stupid tight jeans. They probably have like a cartoon character on their shirt. You know what else? I've seen some females who have shirts of like Nickelodeon characters, like Nicktoons, like old ass 90s Nicktoons. And I think to myself, do they watch Nicktoons? Do they even know who the characters on their shirt are? Like they'll have a shirt of like Reptar and Chucky and the Real Monsters. And I'm thinking to myself, I guarantee you that woman does not know half the characters on her shirt. That's just a thing. That's just something I think about to myself sometimes. They usually have like a cracked iPhone with like a screen protector. They usually have like clear cases and you can see like $20 on the back, which is probably used for drug money. Oh. Which, that leads us into our last and final topic of this episode, iPhone X. You can tell I wrote this in 2017 because it says iPhone X. iPhone X, back then it was like a huge milestone because it's the iPhone X. I call it people call it iPhone X. People call it iPhone 10. We're at like what, iPhone 13 now? I remember iPhone 11 came out. We skipped we skipped one of them, then we went back. We skipped iPhone 11 or 12? We skipped 9. That's what. We skipped iPhone 9. That's right. And yeah, that's gonna do it. Oh, and the Animoji feature, that's pretty keck. All right, that's it for this episode of my thoughts on. I hope you enjoyed the wacky shenanigans I talked about this episode. I think the next episode's probably going to be the finale because we have we have 13 topics to cover. So I think the next episode I make of my thoughts on will be the finale. The finale to the 4-year-long saga that has been my thoughts on. It might end this year. It might end next year. Who knows? But before I let you go, please take note of this hashtag right here. Because this is today's hashtag of the day. Hashtag Stone Peary is a bottom tier bitch boy. Please take note of this hashtag due to recent events around the household. I want to invoke this hashtag right here because I think it means pretty good knowledge. as in he's a controlling, manipulative bitch boy who took power and control over my sister. Yes, yes, sad, interesting gossip, I know, but let the world be, let it be known. I might be her brother, I might be the older brother of this household, but I'm still looking on out. Yeah, you might hate your siblings' guts if you got any, but but your family, you gotta keep lookout. So if you comment anything, just be sure to use that hashtag. Just let me know that. Actually, you're not letting me know anything. You're letting me know that you use it. So that's fantastic. That's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to look through these fantastic drawings. Oh, my Fat Man comics. That's amazing. There's Bill Cipher. There's a garbage chibi Shrek. Arr, 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 arr. Bill Cipher. Cuphead. Sonic. So is that it? There's Fat Man. There's Master Shake. Mr. Krabs. Garfield. And that's it. Thank you all so much for watching and stay quirky.